Let me tell you why. There are 3 things in my life that you do not fuck with. That is my woman, my dog, and Franklin. That's my truck. I mean, although I don't have a woman right now, but that's besides the point. Those are the 3 main things that you do not fuck with. So, let me tell you a story about what happened today at work. Some of y'all are going to think this is hilarious. I don't think this is funny. So, I'm at work. I'm doing the line work, and I'm making all the food. I'm having a pretty good day, right? And the manager walks up to me and says, "Hey, Connor, someone is behind your truck." And I ask him again, I'm like, huh? She goes, "There's a lady behind your truck." And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So I run out there. I'm hauling ass out to my truck because my truck is across the parking lot. I like to park it there in case I see anyone trying to break into somebody's car, which I thought happened before. That's why I parked my truck there, so I can see the whole parking lot when I'm on break, sitting in my truck eating my food. So I start to slow down as I get up to my truck because I see that my friend is parked next to me, and I knew that my friend had picked up one of the females that works with us, so I thought she was like throwing something away behind my truck or whatever. So I'm still wearing the headset as well, so I tapped the little button. I'm saying, "Are y'all fucking with me?" Right? And so I get behind my truck. I shit you not, there is a grown-ass black woman in a white hoodie with her pants down, sitting on the bumper of my truck, taking a piss. And I am so mad and shocked at the fact that this woman has the audacity to do that. And so I'm sitting there, I'm looking at her, and then I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing on my truck?" I am this loud because, like I said, you don't fuck with Franklin, all right? You don't mess with my truck. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was just using the bathroom on your truck." I'm like, "Really? You're using the bathroom on my truck? On my truck? Question mark?" And she's like, "Oh no, I wasn't peeing on your truck, but I was sitting on your truck using the bathroom." I'm like, "I don't care. Get off of my truck." And she like steps off, and she was on the phone, and she had wet wipes with her the whole time. So she's obviously done this before. And she stands up and starts walking away. I'm like, there are bathrooms around you that you can use. Multiple bathrooms available to you for free. And I'm like, and you're gonna piss on my truck? She keeps trying to say, "So I'm sorry, I wasn't pissing on your truck. I was saying, quit trying to justify why you are taking a piss on my truck. Get out, get away." She said, "Oh, I'm not justifying." I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what you're doing. Get out. And she walks away. She walks over to the Sonic next door. I go back inside. I tell everyone working there, and they start laughing up a storm, obviously. And I get one of the yellow fiber towels. I dip it in some sanitizer, and I walk out there back to my truck to wipe her shitty booty ass prints off my truck. And I wipe it off, and I remembered that she had walked into the Sonic area, and I saw that there was a family sitting there. So I decide to walk over to the family and be like, "Hey, did y'all see a woman in a white hoodie walk through here?" Because part of me wanted to know if she was pissing on anyone else's car, right? And they're like, no, we haven't seen anybody. Like, what's going on? I'm like, I told them straight up, I'm like, "Oh, she was pissing on my truck." And they laugh as well, obviously. And they're like, "No, we didn't see anyone." So I'm like, all right. I walk away, and then I walk back inside to ask them to move my truck to the front because fuck that. And so as I'm about to drive my truck up to the front of the parking lot where our doors are, the guy, like I guess the head of the family that was there or whatever, walks up to me and she's like, "Hey, you said there was a woman behind your truck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she was a black woman wearing a white hoodie." And she's like, "Damn, dude." And she, I'm trying to laugh off all the anger. Excuse me. And he's like, "Yeah, I saw him sitting in this truck over here. They're just sitting in this gray truck over here. There's two women. One of them was like in a white hoodie, apparently." And she's like, "Yeah, they're sitting over here." And she's like, "So what happened?" I'm like, "Well, she was sitting on my bumper, just taking a piss." And she's like, "That's gross, homie. It's gross. It's disrespectful as well." I told her that. I'm like, "It is disrespectful. You do not do that. You do not mess with my property."